This song was written by an artist, Semler, if you all are familiar. Semler is kind of a Christian queer person who wrote a whole album that I think all of us like cracked our hearts open and were like, oh, that's our story, right? I want to warn the parents in the audience that there might be a swear word, but we will only do it one time, and we actually bleep it out the other times. But we are gonna sing it one time for emphasis about how gay we are. Here we go.
I'm freaking gay. Thank God for that. Christians cast me out, but Jesus has my back. And we're gay. Thank God for that. Christians cast us out, but Jesus has our back.
We seem to have to hear the whole thing. It gets worse. It just continues on, and it's just...
So let me just make one point to start, to kick things off. Whenever you hear, I think he said Christian queer or Christian gay,
something
it's
else.
an oxymoron. It is impossible, according to the biblical teaching, the biblical worldview, and God's standard. It is impossible. You call yourself a church, you better put your church in air quotes. You are not a church. So you can say, Katie, I'm a Christian murderer. I'm a Christian adulterer. I'm a Christian thief. I'm a Christian, whatever it might be, liar. No.
Nice to meet you.
No,
nice to meet you.
You cannot put those two together, but yet the gay community does. Oh, I'm a gay Christian or a Christian queer. It's impossible if you're following God's standard in the Bible.
Yeah, they just, everything must be labeled. They're very detail-oriented here. Everything must be labeled, right? Now, this whole church is Jesus-rooted, plus justice-centered, plus radically inclusive. Plus, I don't understand what any of those words mean when you put them together, because these people don't make a lot of sense. But here's our team. We have Reverend Jonah Overton, lead pastor, they, them. Cameron Overton.
Jeez.
Interesting. Both have the same last name. Wonder what that means. Executive pastor, he, him. So there's that.
Again, Reverend,
Oh, yeah.
Let's put Reverend in air quotes. Anybody can call it. It's just a title, but it doesn't mean you are following the Bible. Doesn't mean that you are teaching God's word. Doesn't mean that that building or that organization, that church, is a true church. But it's trendy. This is the way. It's rebellion, all about rebellion against God, pushing this warped ideology, this warped worldview. That's what's popular. They can get away with it now because they can be open and loud and proud because there's more public acceptance of their ideas and their cult of sexuality than there was 25 or 50 years ago. Once you remove God and the truth and who Jesus really is and the historical traditional church, then anything goes. And so it doesn't matter if you curse, doesn't matter if you do anything on the worship platform, and it's not worship. It is an offense to God. It is a stench in the nostrils of a holy God. And this has been a gradual progression, just a decline over the decades, Katie. And it started with the church backing out of culture and not being engaged and influencing everything from education to politics to corporations to Hollywood. The church backed out. But then you had the Supreme Court ruling 10 years ago in 2015 on same-sex marriage. And here we are today. So no surprise.